The English language has evolved continuously over 1,500 years, shaped by military conquest, mass migration, and expanding geopolitical power. This timeline illustrates how English transitioned from a highly inflected, localized Germanic dialect into a globally dispersed analytic language over 3 major historical periods. Between 450 and 1150 CE, Germanic tribes colonized Britain, displacing native Celtic populations and establishing Old English, a period defined by its use of full inflections. The reintroduction of Christianity to the island brought the first major wave of external linguistic influence, injecting Latin terms for religion and scholarship into the vocabulary. Centuries later, repeated Viking invasions brought Old Norse into direct, daily contact with the almost purely Germanic Old English. The local population absorbed everyday Norse words like sky, egg, and leg, along with core grammatical pronouns like they, their, and them. Because these 2 Germanic languages were closely related, their constant interaction forced speakers to drop complicated word endings, accelerating the simplification of English grammar. The Norman conquest of 1066 initiated the Middle English period, an era of leveled inflections lasting until 1500. The occupying Normans installed French as the exclusive language of the ruling nobility, the law courts, and the government for over 2 centuries. During this occupation, thousands of French words poured into the English vocabulary, permanently altering the language of the lower classes. This graphic shows how the friction between these languages caused the remaining Old English inflectional endings to decay and eventually disappear entirely. By 1500, English entered its modern era, defined by completely lost inflections. The Renaissance brought a fresh influx of learned Latin and Greek terminology to accommodate new developments in science and philosophy. The invention of the printing press locked down spelling and grammar rules, creating a standardized text that the expanding British Empire would distribute across the globe. English did not become the world's dominant language due to inherent linguistic superiority. It spread through the military, political, and economic power of Britain and the United States. The first diaspora involved the physical migration of English speakers to territories like North America, Australia, and New Zealand. This map highlights those migration routes, showing how direct mass settlement resulted in new mother tongue, or L1, varieties of English. The second diaspora was distinctly different, characterized by the colonization of existing populations across Asia and Africa. Instead of displacing the local population, the empire imposed English through institutional channels like colonial schools and administrative offices. As this diagram shows, institutional imposition created distinct second language, or L2, varieties, like Indian English and Nigerian English, permanently altering the global linguistic landscape. And the evolution continues. Look at this global digital network to see how English shifts today, driven by new sites of virtual contact across borders. This history of the English language is brought to you by the IELTS FOCUS, an English center specializing in IELTS preparation. Contact us on Zalo at 0847 705 973.